What if the thing you use to relax, to focus, to escape stress, is actually controlling your brain without you realizing it? Music feels harmless. In fact, it feels necessary. We listen while walking, while working, while thinking, even while trying to sleep. It fills every silent moment of our day. But what if that constant sound is slowly weakening your mind's ability to stay calm on its own? So, I decided to remove music completely for 7 days. No songs, no background noise, no headphones, nothing. And what happened over those 7 days wasn't just uncomfortable, it was a complete reset of how my brain works. On the first day, the silence felt unnatural. It wasn't peaceful, it was empty. Simple activities suddenly felt incomplete. Walking without music felt slow. Working without background sound felt harder. Even sitting alone felt strange. My brain kept searching for stimulation like something important was missing. I realized how automatic the habit had become. Without thinking, I would reach for my phone or headphones. And every time I stopped myself, I felt a small wave of discomfort. That's when it hit me. Music wasn't just something I enjoyed, it had become something I depended on. By the second day, the discomfort turned into restlessness. My mind kept trying to fill the silence. I noticed how often I used music to avoid boredom. But now, without it, boredom wasn't something I could escape. It stayed, and it forced me to sit with it. This is where most people would go back, because we are not used to being unstimulated. Our brains are trained to chase constant input. And when that input disappears, it feels like something is wrong. Day 3 was the hardest. This is what I call the breaking point, because the silence doesn't just stay silent, it becomes loud. Your thoughts get stronger. Overthinking increases. Every random idea, every worry, every unfinished thought comes forward. And without music to cover it, you're forced to face it. This is the moment where you realize something uncomfortable. You've been using noise to escape your own mind, and most people quit here, not because they can't continue, but because they don't want to sit with their thoughts. But if you push past this stage, something begins to change. By day 4, the chaos inside your mind starts to slow down, not completely, but noticeably. Without constant stimulation, your brain stops jumping between distractions. You begin to focus on one thing at a time. And something interesting happens. You feel more present. Conversations feel clearer. Tasks feel easier. Time feels slower, but in a good way. You're no longer rushing mentally from one thought to another. By day 5, you start noticing your emotions differently. Music usually controls how we feel more than we realize. A sad song can make you feel low. A fast song can make you feel excited. But without music, your emotions are no longer being triggered externally. They become more natural, more stable. You start understanding your feelings instead of reacting to them. Day 6 brings something most people rarely experience: mental calmness. Not forced calmness, not distraction-based calmness, real calmness. Your thoughts feel lighter, your anxiety reduces, your mind no longer feels overloaded, because for the first time in a long time, your brain is not constantly processing new input. It finally has space to breathe, and then comes day 7. This is where everything clicks. Silence no longer feels empty. It feels powerful. You don't need music to enjoy a walk. You don't need sound to stay focused. You don't need noise to escape your thoughts, because your thoughts are no longer overwhelming. They are clear, controlled. And for the first time, you feel like your mind is actually working for you, not against you. Because the truth is simple. Music is not the problem. The problem is dependence. When your brain gets used to constant stimulation, it slowly loses its ability to stay calm on its own. It needs something external to feel normal. And over time, silence starts feeling uncomfortable, even though it's supposed to be natural. But when you remove that stimulation, even for a short time, your brain resets. It relearns how to focus, how to stay calm, how to exist without needing constant input. And that's where real control begins. This experiment wasn't about music, it was about understanding how much control we give to things we don't question. And once you take that control back, everything changes. So the real question isn't, can you live without music? The real question is, can you sit in silence without needing to escape it? Because maybe the problem was never the noise around you. It was your need to run from it. And the moment you stop running, you start controlling. Your focus becomes sharper. Your mind becomes calmer. Your thoughts become clearer. And for the first time, you are fully present. Try this for 7 days. No music, no distraction, no escape. And you might discover something most people never do. A mind that finally listens to you. If you want to take control of your brain and build real discipline, subscribe to VitalVibe Insights, because your strongest version is not built in noise. It's built in silence.